Welcome back, guys, to Scarlet Nexus. Well, last episode, Kasane platoon entered Togetsu without Kagero, finding the welcome rug rolled out and then quickly pulled out from under them as Kyoka injected Kasane from behind, knocking her out to awaken within a cell with memories of her past coming back to her. With Kagero busting her out, the duo started to make their escape invisibly. Spotting Yuito's platoon's entry into the room housing the supercomputer Babe, Kasane forced a brain talk to ask him to unlock all the doors in the area, allowing her to rescue Arashi and Shiden as they fled out into the Hieno Mountains, where Kyoka, taken over by the Hitoyo Pope personality, battled them. Kasane and crew winning and bringing the former platoon commander back to their side as they now meet with Yuito platoon.
It's Yuito platoon. Let's go.
Kasane! Looks like all of you made it out okay.
I was able to rescue them thanks to your help.
I should be thanking you. I would have been taken over by Babe if you hadn't been there.
Hey, Kasane. You're not going to try and kill Yuito again, are you?
I already told you. She was the one that saved me.
I know. But I want to hear her say it.
You have all the right in the world to doubt me. In fact, I don't blame you for it either. Yes, I think it's best to talk for now. We should talk and find a better solution, rather than just forging ahead on assumptions. It took me too long to come to this decision, and I apologize for that.
Something's different about you. Can you tell me what happened? Why did you try to kill me?
I know this will sound ridiculous, but please hear me out.
So my power affected the Kunad Gate.
So you knew.
Yeah. I didn't want to believe it, but it's true. So, the me in the future... I guess I just wasn't able to end it myself. How lame.
That's not true. The you in that time was great, and you right now is special too.
I have to admit, I never thought you'd be complimenting me. Thanks. That makes me feel a little better. I'm proud I have the same power as you.
That reminds me, how is your brain doing? Has it settled down at all?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm getting by. I told you not to worry.
Liar. He's trying to keep us from worrying, just like Naomi.
All right, we should exchange intel.
Then first and foremost, we got some questions, especially about Kyoka.
Yes, of course you would.
Kyoka, are you one of the design children from Togetsu?
Yes, I'm a clone made in Togetsu. My genes come from the founder of the Togetsu faith, Dr. Hitoyo Pope. The city is filled with chosen psionics, designed from the same genetic data as me. We are the children of Togetsu.
Again, this term, design children. I know I've heard it somewhere before. It was when I regained a memory of Mother. Yes, she said I was made.
I see. I guess that's why Kyoka and Dr. Pope look the same. We were shocked when we saw Dr. Pope's vision in the Togetsu facility.
I hate to ask this, but if she was one of the Togetsu followers...
Yes, Kyoka was a spy. She was spying on Kasane. But that's not the case anymore. She decided to live as one of us. I vouch for Kyoka. She's definitely not our enemy.
Yeah, I believe you.
What? That was fast.
The way Kasane looks at Kyoka is proof enough. Though, that's kind of an embarrassing way to put it. Honestly, I don't know much about Kyoka, so I can't really make this decision myself. But I do know Kasane. I wanted to talk to her to decide what to do, and I thought it was best to trust her. If I trust Kasane, then I trust the people she does.
Shiden, there's no need to get so riled up. You know very well this is the kind of person Yuito is.
Yeah, I just remembered how stupid he is.
Hey, Kasane. If Kyoka is one of the design children, does that mean you are too?
What? What are you talking about?
In Togetsu, we saw design children with the same face as Kasane's.
Yes, I probably am.
That's a weird way to say it. This is the first I've heard of this. Care to extrapolate?
I remembered a little from when I was a child in Togetsu. I remembered Mother. From what I recall, I was told I was one of the design children. It only just came back to me, so it doesn't feel real. That's why I said it like that.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. It must be a painful memory for you. You look so sad. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
You're very kind, Hanabi. But of course you should have asked. Don't worry about it. And thank you.
You're so nice to her, Kasane.
Really? I wasn't trying to be. Anyway, is there anything else you wanted to ask about?
Yeah, there is. If you know anything about humans coming from the moon, I'm hoping you can tell me more about it.
Huh? Did you hit your head or something?
Oh, so you guys don't know about this?
Wait, what he said is true?
Yes.
All right. I guess we should explain what we've been told.
Who should I talk to first?
I don't know, but it really does feel from this cutscene that Yuito's crew had found out way more in the end. While being clues for pretty much everything and just driven by events happening around them and being reactive, did end up feeling like they learned a lot more. I guess I'll talk to Hanabi.
It may be hard to believe, but apparently our ancestors moved here from the moon 2,000 years ago.
The people who colonized the moon began a major cleanup effort to save the polluted Earth and make it habitable again. They spent nearly 1,000 years on the project.
The first colonists from the moon were led by Yakumo Sumeragi. What they established on Earth later became known as New Himuka. It's hard to believe, I know.
It was after the first colonists from the moon arrived on Earth that the extinction belt suddenly appeared. Because of its appearance, they were no longer able to contact the government on the moon. So, I guess it's safe to assume that there are people on the moon too?
Apparently, human beings colonized the moon over 3,000 years ago because the Earth's environment wasn't livable anymore. It's so long ago, it feels like a fairy tale. We learned all of this after looking through Togetsu's archive, so I honestly don't know if we should really believe all of it.
But if you were a Togetsu spy, Kyoka, you would know if this is true or not.
Yes, that's indeed what we were taught. But if that was also part of the conspiracy, then...
Actually, no. It's true. It's all for real.
What do you mean, Kagero?
Tsugumi, don't look at me like that. I can't stand it when you look at me like that.
Kagero, there's a lot I want to ask you. But for now, tell us about history as Togetsu sees it. Do all Togetsu believers know this?
Right, about that. The faith. That's all a lie. Just a way to get Togetsu independence. Besides, the place is mostly made up of design children.
I must say, it didn't look like a religious establishment to me. So does that mean that you are one of the design children as well, Kagero?
Now, I said mostly, didn't I? I'm a colonist from the moon. Get real! Even if there actually were colonists from the moon, that would have been 2,000 years ago.
Cold sleep.
Yes, exactly. A few dozen colonists are being kept in cold sleep in a Togetsu facility. They wake us up in turns to check on the state of the Earth, and then we're supposed to contact the moon.
Hold on. Does that mean you're from the same generation as Yakumo?
Look, I don't expect you to believe me right away or anything, but it's the truth. The people of New Himuka wanted to live on Earth, so those that wanted to return to the moon made Togetsu. Togetsu doesn't care about New Himuka or Seiran. They're an egotistical lot that wants to return to the moon instead of living on this crappy, other-filled planet. But as long as the extinction belt is there, they can't go back. Not only that, there's news that others are attacking the moon too. So they got to thinking. What can they do to save their homeland and escape Earth? They need to make it so the colonization never even happened in the first place.
The red strings. The time travel power.
I see. They want to go back in time and negate it all from ever happening. But wouldn't humanity eventually attempt to colonize Earth again and repeat this history?
To be precise, the plan is to only take the moon and Earth back in time with a few exceptions.
Is that even possible? Taking only a portion of the universe back in time.
They believe the red strings can do it. They plan to leave records of this timeline's history in the areas that were not taken back in time, so future generations won't attempt to colonize Earth again.
Hang on. I'm getting confused. That's so outrageous. I don't know how to take it all in.
Whether you want to believe it or not, Togetsu actually managed to create the red strings to carry out their plan. Kasane is the result of that, although it's pretty strange how Yuito has a similar power.
Let's suppose everything he said is true. That means this isn't really the time to be squabbling over New Himuka or Seiran. If Togetsu were to get what they're after, then none of us would have ever existed.
No, that's not right. We can't let them succeed. We're all here trying to survive.
Kagero, why would someone at the center of Togetsu's plan reveal all this to us? Can we assume that you are planning to abandon them as well?
Ruining their plan is something I've been working towards since the beginning. That's why I joined them, to get in the way.
That sounds great and all, but how are we supposed to believe you?
You don't have to. If you've got a problem with me, I'll walk. But whatever happens, I'm not going to sit back and let them get away with erasing this history. I left my family on the moon. I won't let them take her existence, too.
Kagero means it. I can tell. It's been a long time since I've seen him like this. So please, trust him.
Tsugumi.
Tsugumi knows Kagero best. I think we can trust her judgment. Besides, I have a feeling you trust him already.
Yeah, if Tsugumi trusts him, then I trust him too.
And if Yuito does, then I do too. Of course, I'll kill him if he betrays us.
Of course. I keep making fun of them for being naive, but that's what ends up saving me.
If we're going to believe Kagero, then we have to believe all of the history about the colonists from the moon too. And then figure out what we can do knowing that.
We're stopping Togetsu's plan. That's all we can do. But it's too much for us to handle alone. We need someone who can move nations.
Are you going to ask New Himuka for help? We're fugitives there.
Even so, we have to. That doesn't mean I forgive them for the things they're doing, though. If they know what Togetsu is trying to do, they might realize their terrible actions are all in vain.
What if we asked Seiran for help? If they know about the Togetsu threat, they might realize that New Himuka isn't who they should be fighting.
I wonder. As far as I know, both New Himuka and Seiran should have a clear understanding about the moon colonists and their history. On top of that, they're both scheming to survive.
At least it's better than nothing. I don't want to just sit here and wait to be erased.
Indeed. So, we should split up and give it a shot?
Yes, let's do that. Yuito, you go to New Himuka.
And you go try explaining things to Seiran. Now we're finally after the same thing.
Let's do our best.
Time for standby, right?
What an exhausting day. Way too much happened.
You don't get to say that! At least you already knew about the moon and Togetsu's plan.
I'm sorry.
Look, let's not start pointing fingers. We should sit down and try to process what we learned.
I agree. We've been in the dark all this time, but not anymore.
That's right. What we need to focus on now is stopping Togetsu. Kyoka, Kagero, you both all right with that?
Yes, of course. This is what I want, to be with all of you.
So wait, you decided to trust me? Shiden, you're so sweet.
You're making me regret it talking like that.
Are you blushing?
Dang it, you caught me. You know, kids wouldn't talk to adults like that back in my day. I swear I'll never betray you. If I did, these last 2,000 years would be for nothing.
Then let's set out for Seiron after we get some rest.
I wonder how that's gonna go down. Hanabi, uh-oh. She looks a bit mean.
I'm glad Yuito trusted us.
He's such a kid, though. I can't tell if he's honest, a sucker, or just too nice.
Yes, you're right. But that might be what makes him strong.
Oh, wait for all our brain messages to come through, right? Bing.
You don't remember being in Togetsu at all, Kasane? No. I only remember bits and pieces. Did you know me then? No, I didn't. I'm sorry I didn't tell you anything.
You didn't know everything. After all. I should replenish my gel supply. Make sure I have the hilt ready. Vank pawn for the follow. And then check out my new goodies. Legend of the Light on Black Hill. We have more than enough stuff for that. It's just for you. We got an old PC. Some people like to have an operating system installed into their brain, do they? I think I read on that one. Lovely. I wouldn't want to. Fortune telling playing cards. Especially when they might just randomly decide to update it and brick you. Oh my god, just imagine getting bricked. That would suck. I mean, I guess you wouldn't necessarily really know, but... Pretty photo stand. That would be bad times.
You look so relieved, Major. Your beauty just shines through.
There's a weight off my chest now that I told you everything. What about you?
Me? Can't you tell? I'm so refreshed from talking that I'm 50% more fresh-faced.
I see.
Okay, so maybe Arashi has one as well. So it's Arashi and Kagero for our bonding events back in Team Base. I can't believe people went to the moon and came back. Our ancestors were really amazing. So it's also amazing what happens when necessity comes around, isn't it? I'll never betray your trust again. I'm Kyoki Eden after all. Let's give you... Oh, the flower aroma candle we'd already given you earlier. Let's give you fortune-telling playing cards. These cards are for fortune-telling, older than tarot cards. These are used for easier reading. Most commonly known method is laying the cards in a triangle to predict your fortune. They can also predict romantic luck and compatibility. Just playing cards.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Fortune telling isn't just tarot cards. I hear playing card readings can be very accurate. Especially for fortunes of love. Are you interested, Kasane? Don't be shy.
It might be good to talk to Arashi.
Well, everything's moved over because I'm guessing you've gone over there then. Oh, she's doing some readings, are you? I don't know if I should wait to see if the animation is so detailed that she flips cards or not. No. Sad times. Let's give her the flower aroma candle as well. Just to get the extra bond points.
This is nice.
Because we can. It's a good enough reason to do a lot of things, to be fair. In a video game. Hey! Ah, I thought we had a long enough pause. Right, so, who else do we also have on the list? Gemma? Sugumi. I know what those heads in boxes were. Nobody is talking about where the cargo originated from, but I'm guessing we're right. Those brains were from clones. Yeah, right? That was my suspicion. Yes, there should be no mistake that all those heads were from design children clones. You're right, that's because Togetsu has the technology to mass-produce design children. They are created to carry out missions, and if they fail, they die. Those heads could be from the ones that were disposed of for failing. That's right. However, that doesn't explain the massive amounts of heads. Either way, the fact remains that they mass-produced them for the transaction. We found out the truth, but it still doesn't sit right with me. Mass-produced other food? I think we should speak to Kagero first. Do you really think Seiran's top brass are going to listen? I don't know. We'll find out in the future.
Hey, Kasane, you free right now?
I guess so. What is it this time?
You remember my promise from before, right? A fun and exciting date with your one and only Daddy Kagero.
You're not my father, and I'm not interested in a date.
What? You told me the last one was super boring. You shattered my fragile heart into itty-bitty pieces.
You're still bothered by that? Fine, I'll say it was fun.
No, that's not what I mean. I want to make up for it. Besides, you know how I hid my past? I wanted to apologize for that. So this is like a second chance coupled with an apology.
The apology is fine, but I don't know why it has to be with a date.
It's like my dream, I guess? Just say yes, please. Let me show you a good time you won't forget. So, how was it? The dining experience at Baki's Cafe is supposed to be very popular with high school girls.
I think Naomi and Yuito would have enjoyed it more, but it was fun. No complaints here.
Next up is dessert. I'll get you anything you want. Cake? Parfait, maybe?
I'm fine with just tea.
I figured you'd say that. Already got a cup.
Wait, when did you... Oh, you used your invisibility power. That's an interesting use for it.
You can't just reveal my secret like that. Even if you know how it's done, it's more fun when you pretend you don't. Like this. I grew this flower from a seed. The flower symbolizes hidden kindness. A perfect match for you. So, what do you think so far?
Well, you seem to be following the standard dating norms I read in magazines, but they all have a nice Kagero twist. However, something's bothering me. You've gone through a lot of effort just to make up for lying.
You're either really perceptive or overly distrusting. But yeah, I guess it's time I tell you. The truth is, I tried to assassinate you back in the day, so that's kind of included in this apology.
Assassinate?
From the looks of it, you haven't realized it at all. Guess that means I still got it. Fortunately, I didn't have to go through with it, but I was waiting for the right opportunity. Like trying to be alone with you.
As the one you were targeting, I believe I have a right to know why.
It was to stop Togetsu's plan. Their plan hinged on your power, so I thought that killing you might be the best option left for me. Of course, now that you've decided not to support them, I've got no reason to hurt you. You can trust me on that.
Well, I don't doubt that, but I'm still not satisfied.
What, really? I guess this wouldn't be enough to make up for trying to kill you. I could do something even...
It's not that. It's just... killing someone. Is it that easy for you to do? I don't understand how you could make that decision so easily, even if it is to achieve your goal. There's no way I could do that.
I see what you're saying. That makes sense. I mean, it's not like I don't value life or anything like that. But yeah, if I seem cynical about it, it's probably because I don't feel like I'm very... alive, I guess you could say. I'm like a ghost from the past, existing in a time when his family and everyone he knew is long gone.
Your family. You mentioned you left them on the moon.
Yeah, I had a wife and daughter. My daughter was simply the cutest. You'd be surprised she was related to me. She didn't have a bad bone in her body. I loved her dearly and she meant so much to me. But in the end, I couldn't do anything for her as a father. What's even more sad is that I've got no idea what kind of person she grew up to be. I mean, really, could I be a worse father? That's why, at the very least, I want to protect the life she lived. I'll do whatever it takes, even if it means turning against my homeland. I might even kill if it comes down to it. How about we leave this off here? I think you've heard enough.
All right.
So, what did you think of Daddy Kagero's date? Pretty awesome, right?
Yes, I would say it was worthwhile. I think I learned a little about who you are.
Ah, you finally realized what a wonderful, charming person I am. Oh, I'm such a heartbreaker.
Although, I still don't know how serious you are because you always joke around.
You know, I don't really know either.
Huh?
Just kidding. Sorry to make you help me fulfill my dreams today. See you later.
I wonder what he meant by that. I feel like I got to know him a little better, but trying to understand other people isn't that easy.
Also, he's gone invisible. He could be trying to assassinate you right now. He's just waiting for an opening at the claw machine.
There's a rumor lately that I've been using my power to spy on people. I would never do that, you know? I mean, I can't say I haven't thought about it. Do I look desperate enough to spy on people?
It's because you're always so thoughtless, but I know you're not like that.
Oh? Thanks. That's my Kasane. I like that you're always so cool-headed.
On level 4 has been reached with Kagero, which gets us the Assault Vision, which is quite a nice one because it does hit a hell of a lot of the crush gauge.
What? You wanted to get closer to me? Aw, shucks.
I guess I would like to understand you better.
Only a little, though. Kids these days. If there was someone you liked, Kasane, where would you want to take them on a date? I want to know what kind of dates kids these days go on. You're definitely asking the wrong person. I've never been on a date and I don't plan to. Just thinking about it is a waste of time. That's fair, you, Kasane, but it's not as wasteful as you think. Thinking you want to bring someone here. When you're thinking of that person, it's like they're right there in front of you. I guess that's something you don't understand, Kasane. Yeah, she's driven. Let's put it that way. Right. I still really, really don't want to call him Daddy Kagero, though. Do I really think Seiran Stopbrat's gonna listen? No. Oh, Daddy Kagero. This frame for printed photos contains a function for displaying visions. Photos are usually kept as digital data, but some take time to print them on paper, possibly so they can touch something real with their hands.
Good taste.
Don't be a jerk and ask whose picture I'm going to put in it, okay? Oh, and thank you. Alright, so with more things to do, I think we shall watch TV. Seiran's rebel faction has declared themselves the provisional government, continuing their illegal activities, but there appears to be a rift developing. We have received information that Karen and Travers and Seiran have maintained a distance in their relationship from the very start due to differing positions. The ununified rebel faction may already be crumbling from within. I mean, he's got his own task to do.
It might be good to talk to Arashi.
Maybe I will in the future. You can't make me do it yet. I'm gonna go check out Musubi's and Seiran and make sure that there's nothing else going on. I just realised there's no other location like the old OSF hospital or something. Well, the new OSF hospital is the correct one to say, isn't it? Let's gather the quest we're not doing. Souls of the Dead return to the moon. Don't you think the Togetsu Faith is like really deep? I really want to become a member. I guess you can't join online. You have to do it in person. There's some super dangerous others on that man though, right? Is this the exploding ones? Yeah, I've heard rumors that they can attack in groups and blow themselves up. Could you take them all out quick? No. Oh, thanks. The Scarlet gun is sure reliable. The only problem is, isn't it, with brain drive too? It's literally the same quest as well. It is the same quest. Get to the core of this. This place is open 24 hours a day, but the owner doesn't take a single break. So of course I've been observing 24 hours a day too. Oh, I see the Mint Shizuki is what recommended to wake you up. Steakhouse are a war of attrition. Next I'll try the fat parfait. Parfait. Please tell me it has like a different criteria to it. During brain drive, defeat 5 session pounds. Oh no. Oh, we actually get experience now. We've knocked down like 70k off the total. Experience is actually coming in. We might level up. We might get some more points. Almost to say run. I would like another set of brain points or so. A little bit more. Powers are good. Those 5% probably mean more as well when you've got the good weapons, etc. Quest. Some others move super fast. Don't they get tired going so quickly? You having issues there, Kago? Yep. Well, it's not like there's anything we can do. How do you OSF take them down? I bet they're using some kind of power, but I couldn't tell you what it is. A printed photo stand. How do you get them? Thanks. Busy bee. I guess that's some kind of pendu then again. I can't even remember which ones I need to do. Ibando pendu. Got both pendu types. Not a scummy pendu though. And also a quest down in the alleyway over there. So after the 7 quests I had in the first, I think it was 7. We've got quite a lot more mounting up now. I covered a certain person. I want to ask you to suppress some others. Don't ask why, I have my reasons. Would you lend me a hand? I want you to take care of all the others I designate. Could you use your power to defeat them? I can't pay you much, but I hope you'll accept. Thank you. I'll take this chance to observe you fighting from a distance. So I'm pretty sure most of these quests are exactly now the same quests that we had in the Yuito playthrough. But on top of that, I think the achievement that you get is just for completing 30 quests. Scummy pendus with psychokinesis follow-up attacks. Which is kind of interesting. I'm just trying to think about it, like... I don't actually have to do any more with the side quests. I think. Anyway, let's speak to Gemma. I want to apologize for what happened the other day. Can we meet and talk in person? I'm waiting to stay around. I'm there too! Alright, I'm going to stay around now.
Gemma.
I'm sorry to bother you about this, Kasane.
It's fine. I wanted to talk to you too. To apologize.
Why? I'm the one who should say sorry. You don't have any reason to apologize to me.
I just dumped all my feelings on you without any regard for yours. If I'm being honest, I still don't think I completely understand how you feel right now. However, after everything I've experienced lately, I think I can imagine it a little.
Did something happen? You really felt like you wanted to die?
Not me, Naomi. She said that she didn't want to live anymore. She didn't want to live as an other, her sanity being maintained with medicine made of human brains.
She said that?
I didn't understand her at the time. I wanted her to live no matter what it meant, but now I partly understand where she's coming from. That feeling that makes you want to run away from life when things are so incredibly hard and painful. If that's what you were feeling, then I realized I didn't have any right to complain to you.
Thank you for understanding. Let me just say it again. I shouldn't have unloaded my feelings of self-pity on you. I'm old enough to know better. So I brought you something as a token of apology.
Is that a packed lunch?
Yeah, they're all from the recipes Naomi gave me. I don't know if you're hungry or not, but maybe you'd be willing to give them a taste.
Thank you. I wanted to taste what her recipes were like.
This is stir-fried mackerel and green peppers. This is vegetable namul, and that's shredded meat.
Wow, you really went all out.
I'm still learning, so I've burnt some of them. It may not look appetizing, but it should still be edible.
I'll take this then. Not bad. It does remind me of my sister's cooking a little.
Really?
Yes. It doesn't even come close to the real thing, though.
I see. But getting you to say that it reminds you of it is still an accomplishment.
It's fairly good and a little familiar. It must have taken you a while to make all of this.
It wasn't a big deal. Cooking helps calm me. It's perfect for self-reflection.
You think so?
Yes, although I used to think it was a waste of time. I thought about what you said while I cooked.
Which part? I think I said a lot the last time we talked.
About how I wanted to roll over and die, and how that was selfish. It really hit me hard, thinking how much Naomi wants to live in her original body. and about how much all my friends who died in battle would have wanted to live. It made me realize that wasting whatever life I have left was disrespecting their memory.
Part of me thinks you're taking it a little too seriously, but I'm glad I got through to you.
I might be too serious, but I plan to live the rest of my life to its fullest.
How?
First thing is to get back to eating healthy with Naomi's recipes. I also want to reevaluate the way I spend my weekends. Maybe find a new hobby besides cooking.
Sounds like a good idea. And I'm sure your cooking will get better with practice.
Then I guess I'll keep at it. Would you mind tasting more of my food sometime?
Of course.
Thanks. I still have trouble figuring out what's good or bad since I've never been concerned about how my cooking tasted before.
You seem like you're enjoying it.
I am, although it stresses me out while I'm doing it. Well, maybe I enjoy that part too.
He looks so alive. Maybe he started to feel more positive about his life.
It's weird with Gemma for me a little bit. Like, he might be a person who's very happy being and living on his own, being his own person. But I kind of like wish love upon him. Do you know what I mean? A relationship. Someone to spend his days with. Because part of his issues are the slight feelings of loneliness from the OSF and all that. I mean, he's starting obviously with really good friends and building them up, but still, if there were any character, I'd be like, yeah, please. I can't believe people went to the moon and came back. My ancestors were really amazing. Yeah, where they were, I always talk to you. Get out. Yeah, I always talk to you. All right then.